Today we are going to be talking about Norwegian, Princess, big heads up about non-refundable deposits, and a whole lot more. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Friday, it is March 28th of 2025, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you with us, and if you appreciate my updates, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Believe it or not, that makes a really big difference, so thank you. Now this evening we are going to be doing our live. We always start at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk for about an hour, sometimes a little bit more. So come, bring your questions, and be ready to have a fun time talking about cruising and traveling to cruise. We're really excited to see you again this evening. So let's start at the top with what's going on with Norwegian. Just a couple of quick updates with a couple of their ships. First of all, if you've been following along, you have perhaps seen in the news that the Norwegian Bliss has had a major problem with their ship. They were on a Mexican Riviera trip. They were able to call in Cabo San Lucas and Mazatlan, and somewhere after they finished in Mazatlan, passengers report hearing a loud sound, and not too long after that, the captain came over the loudspeaker, reassured everyone that there was everyone was safe, that the passengers and the crew were all safe, but they were indeed suffering propulsion problems. So they had to skip their port call in Puerto Vallarta and turn around to make their way back so that they could get to Los Angeles on time. They are supposed to be in Los Angeles on March 30th, which is Sunday morning. They are hoping to arrive there on time. And so what are they doing for the guests? They have given every guest on board $100 of onboard credit, which I think is really nice. It's when you get onboard credit, you can spend it however you like to spend it on the ship, whether you're wanting to do specialty dining or go shopping, whatever it is that you want to enjoy on the ship, you can use your $100 of onboard credit towards that. And then they are also giving guests a 10% discount in the form of a future cruise credit that they're going to be able to use on any of Norwegian sailings through December 31st of 2026. And that future cruise credit is going to be available to all of those guests on April 7th. And so just thought I'd bring you up to date on that. Now I have a lot of people asking, have we heard anything about the next cruise? I have not heard a peep from anyone about what is going to happen with the next sailing of the Norwegian Bliss. I don't know if they're going to have to cancel it and take care of the ship, or they're going to try, they think they're going to be able to get it fixed. We'll just have to wait and see. The other really big news with ships with Norwegian is the Aqua. So the Aqua is the brand new Norwegian ship, and she just barely completed her very first sailing that ended there in Southampton. And today, local time there in Southampton, they departed on the transatlantic to bring the beautiful Norwegian Aqua to North America for the very first time. Now, it was supposed to be a 7-day cruise, and they were supposed to end in Boston. But now there is a big storm, and they have got to go, it sounds like, from what I've heard, a little bit more south, and they are going to end up docking in New York City, and it will be a 10-day cruise now instead of a 7-day cruise. So, as always, I tell you that this is a reminder to have insurance, because if you thought you were going to fly out of Boston, you're going to have to take the train now. Is probably the easiest way to get between New York and Boston in order to catch a flight, but you won't be there on the right day. So just thought I would put that reminder out there to make sure you have travel insurance, because sometimes the craziest things happen. And it's called insurance because none of us can predict what might happen. So just putting that out there. But I don't know, if I were on the Norwegian Aqua, I wouldn't be upset because I would get 3 more days on the ship. So let me know in the comments if any of you happen to be booked on the Norwegian Aqua coming up, or if you're thinking about going on the Norwegian Aqua. I'm really excited to hear all about that ship. And I've been following along with influencers that have been on that ship. You might be following along as well. Okay, so the next up, we need to talk about, yesterday I told you that there were cancellations on the Majestic Princess, and I told you I'd heard that there were cancellations on the Island Princess. So thank you to our Let's Go family member who commented that they are booked on the September 2026 sailing on the Island Princess to the South Pacific round trip from Los Angeles, and they said that has been canceled. And so if anyone has anything else to share with what's going on with the Island Princess, any other cancellations or any more specifics, just let us know about it. They just said September 2026, and so I'll keep you up to date with anything else I hear, and it's going to be really fun to kind of look and see what's going to pop up with the Majestic Princess now that they've got those other cruises canceled. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to when more of the itineraries are going to show up for Princess for 26 and 20. Well, most of them are out for 26, honestly, for the most part. But 2027 is looming large, and I'm so excited about that. I do want you to remember, though, so if you missed my video yesterday, I told you about Princess just releasing their Southeast Asia cruises that would be going basically from October of 2026 through May 1st of 2027. Keep in mind that the way that Princess lumps their cruise destinations, Asia is separate from Japan, and so Japan has not been released for that time period yet either, so we'll be keeping our eye for that. Now, this is just something that's fun to me. Every once in a while, I get texts, I get emails from people who are going to be sailing on a Princess cruise, and they are wondering if there's going to be other Let's Go family members on board the ship. The best thing that I know to do is ask on Facebook. But I've also been thinking a lot about this, and I know that I love to get to meet all of you, so I think it would be really fun for more of you to get to meet each other, even when Gordon and I aren't on the ship, to coordinate that. So if you are going to be going on a cruise, and you would like to just have a date and time and a location for a meet and greet for guests who are on board your cruise who happen to be Let's Go family members, send me an email, let me know the ship and the sail date and where you would like to meet and when and which date, of course, and I will announce it here on my channel, and we could post it over in our Facebook group. So if you want to have the chance to meet people who are on your cruise, you can do that. One of you was really kind and asked if Gordon and I were going to be on the sailing of the Discovery Princess that is going clear from Seattle to Singapore in September, and we are not. I really wish we were, but we are not going to be on that cruise. But it sounds like there are some of you who are, and so if you would like a time, let me know, and I'll announce it, and you can get together and say hi to each other. Next up, Barcelona, if you've been following along, Metz is a huge cruise port. It's also it's a wonderful city to visit, and they get a lot of tourism. And if you've been following along, some of the local people that live there have been complaining about how many tourists they're having visit Barcelona there, and they're not pleased with it. So we've heard everything in headlines from limiting the number of cruise ships to come, as well as limiting the number of Airbnbs that they allow in the city there, because so many people come and use those Airbnbs. And those Airbnbs used to just be apartments where citizens there at Barcelona used to live. So it really does change the tourism dynamic there with having so many Airbnbs. So I thought I would like to bring you up to date and let you know that Barcelona is planning to get rid of 10,000 holiday rentals by 2028. Of course, you have people that think that's great. You have people who don't think that's great. But one of the things that goes with it, and I have not been able to find the location of this yet, is they say that they are going to add an additional 5,000 hotel rooms in other locations. So I don't know how far away from Barcelona those additional hotel rooms are going to be located. When I hear about it, I'll let you know. But I just wanted to kind of bring you up to date on that, because I know a lot of us that go on cruises there in the Mediterranean always are a little bit concerned if Barcelona is no longer going to allow cruise ships to come. It sounds like they're trying to balance their approach in how they're doing this, which I think is just the best. So they'll be decreasing the number of tourists that can stay in Airbnbs and still allow cruise ships to come. So if you've got a cruise booked that sails to or from Barcelona or round trip, let us know in the comments, and let me know what your questions are about Barcelona. Barcelona is an amazing place to visit, and there's a lot to see and do. And I'm delighted to talk with you about that. If you want to know, I could do a video about that. Alrighty, so last of all, let's talk about the situation with refundable and non-refundable deposits. If you follow along, different cruise lines have different rules on how they manage their deposits. You can book on a lot of cruise lines. They've got refundable deposits and non-refundable deposits. Often you get a better cruise fare with the non-refundable deposit, but it really gives you the option to choose how you want to book your cruise. And a while ago, I let you know that Princess introduced what they call Princess Picks. They are cruises that they are selling that clearly they need to try to book a little bit more, but you get a little bit better cruise fare. Usually the cruise fare is just less by the amount of the deposit. It's not like a huge savings, but it's usually the amount of the deposit, which is great if you think you're going to definitely go on that cruise. You've got it covered. That's great. However, in addition to having those Princess Picks that do not have refundable deposits, there are more and more promos that Princess is doing that end up with a non-refundable deposit. The reason that I want to let you know about this is because sometimes it's really hard to tell if you're getting a refundable deposit or a non-refundable deposit. Two things happened lately with guests that really highlight this, and that's why I'm bringing it to your attention. Number one, we were just on the Coral Princess. During the time that we were on the Coral Princess, some of our Let's Go family members who were in our group there went to the Future Cruise office and booked a cruise in the future. And some of them were booked with non-refundable deposits without them being made aware of that. They did not find out that they were non-refundable deposits until we got home, and I received the booking and I could see it. To me, it is one thing to book a non-refundable deposit when you make the choice to do it, but just to have someone on board the ship who is working in the Future Cruise office, and I'm not lumping everybody together and saying that every person that works in a Future Cruise office does this. Nope. But it did happen on the sailing that we were just on. So people come home and they realize that they don't have the flexibility to cancel that cruise and get their deposit back if something comes up that they're not able to go. So when you're on a ship and you are booking a cruise in the Future Cruise office, make sure that you ask and make sure that it is a refundable deposit if that's what you want. If you want a non-refundable deposit, make sure they're booking you a non-refundable deposit. Alrighty, that's the first thing. Second thing, we have Let's Go family members that were kind enough to give me the pleasure of working with them. They booked a cruise, we transferred it over to me, and then they needed to cancel it. So we cancel it, and the money is taking forever to come back. Well, turns out that it was a non-refundable deposit, but on their Princess booking confirmation, it did not say that it was a non-refundable deposit. And so fortunately, I was able to contact my contact at Princess and get that overridden, so they're going to get their money back. But without having their booking confirmation, which by the way, under cancellation schedule does not list a non-refundable deposit, we wouldn't have been able to get that money back. So I just wanted to give you the heads up. When you're booking a cruise, make sure that you know what you're booking and don't accidentally get a non-refundable deposit, because they're pretty slick sometimes. And so let me know in the comments if you've got any questions about that, if this has happened to you. It's just really, I think, a sign of the times. And we just need to stay up on how everything is working together so that we, don't end up with something we weren't wanting. So let me know, like I said, what your questions are. Let me know if this has happened to you. And I look forward to seeing you tonight in our live, and I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.